WXII 12 News. This is breaking news.
Breaking news out of Clemens. A fiery crash continues to have multiple lanes of I-40 shut down.
It's so intense. Flames and black smoke poured out of this tractor trailer. Brianna Connor joins us now from the Breaking News Center with details. Brianna.
Yeah, this is causing a big rush hour headache for people in Clemens and in Winston-Salem. The crash was in the westbound lanes near the Harper Road exit off I-40 in Clemens, and people trying to get around it aren't having much luck. Here's what it looks like on Louisville-Clemens Road right now in front of the Lowe's Food Shopping Center. It is bumper to bumper. All you see is brake lights. We're also told that traffic's at a standstill all the way back to Stratford Road in Winston-Salem, where people are trying to get onto the interstate. Here's the crash and the tractor trailer fire that's causing all these problems. The crash happened around 3:40 this afternoon, but the DOT is reporting it could be about another hour before all the lanes on that interstate are back open. There is a detour in place, but everyone is trying to use it. So remember, you might get stuck in bad traffic if you head out tonight. In the Breaking News Center, I'm Brianna Connor.
An attempted murder, a multi-county chase, a pink handgun, and a deadly shootout with deputies near the North Carolina Zoo are all part of a big case that state investigators are looking into tonight.
A lot to unpack here. That chase was at least 50 miles, and it went through 4 counties. The chase started in Rowan County, ended near the zoo in Randolph County.
Brandon Bates is live tonight with more on what led up to today's deadly shooting. Brandon.
Well, that 21-year-old's name is Troy Castor. He's the one who led deputies through multiple counties in this chase, which eventually ended just feet from where I'm standing here tonight. I want to show you some video taken just moments ago of a deputy's car, windshield riddled with bullets on the right side. This is where the chase ended on the property of the North Carolina Zoo in Asheboro. It ended this morning, started 3 counties away in Rowan County. Police say they were looking for Castor yesterday when he pulled a gun on a cab driver, attempted to shoot her, and then took off in a stolen car, which he was later in running from police. That is just behind me. The chase ended when Castor led police down this maintenance road on zoo property. Police were able to use a pit maneuver to stop the chase, and that's when the deputies shot and killed the 21-year-old.
You know, it's sad to have these press conferences. You know, this gentleman was a young man, 20 years old, and we're very sad that it happened, and we continue to pray for the family, and we continue to pray for our deputies that were involved.
EMS pronounced Castor dead at the scene. Deputies involved will be placed on paid administrative leave. Now, the Randolph County Sheriff's Office is now working in conjunction with the SBI to continue to sort things out here behind me. An important thing to note, no deputies were hurt in this shooting, but that 21-year-old again was shot and killed here today. Reporting live in Randolph County, Brandon Bates, WXII 12 News.
Thank you so much, Brandon. Investigators say that Troy Castor stole a pink handgun this weekend. They say it is the same gun that he pointed at the cab driver. Deputies tell us that Castor applied for a pistol permit last month and was denied. There's a lot of information in this investigation, and we have all of the details online at WXI12.com, including much more from deputies in Rowan County.
New tonight, an officer who responded to a deadly hit and run in Greensboro is now on administrative duty. Investigators say Ernest Cook was walking in the road near the intersection of South Swing Road and Triport Court Saturday morning when a car hit him. A spokesperson for the police department says the undercarriage of the officer's patrol car hit the victim, but investigators believe that Cook was already dead. The officer is on administrative duty until the internal investigation is all finished. The driver who initially hit Cook turned herself in, but she so far has not been charged.
Tonight we are hearing from the man credited with stepping in to stop an attempted kidnapping that happened in Greensboro. Officers say that Timothy Fry tried to kidnap a girl from Biscuitville. Detectives say he was going to try to keep the child in sexual servitude. Steve King spoke to the Good Samaritan who protected that little girl. He's live in Greensboro tonight with more. Steve?
Well, Cody Bird says he took photos of both Fry and Fry's vehicle when this all happened at the Biscuitville on West Market Street. Now, Bird says that the man tried to grab the little girl and the little girl was able to run away. Bird also says he spoke with the man during all of this, and what the man said was both confusing and disturbing.
I asked him, hey, do you know her? What are you doing? And I can't remember if he said yes or no, but the weird part about it that stuck with me was like he said something about, I'm trying to send a message.
The Greensboro Police Department says birds snapping photos of Fry and Fry's car as he was leaving were instrumental in Fry's arrest. Bird says this all started on the morning of December 27th at the Biscuitville when he saw a man staring at a little girl before following her to the bathroom. Bird knew something was wrong, so he pretended to use the bathroom himself to keep an eye on that man, ultimately intervening in the attempted kidnapping. Bird says a few days later, detectives told him Fry was planning to keep the child in sexual servitude, and that's when everything really sunk in.
When the detective told me what his intentions were, I was honestly in shock, because to think that someone would have almost gotten away with that if I hadn't stepped in, or to think that that's something I actually prevented. And I just felt good after that I was able to step in and help.
Now, Bird says that he feels proud of his actions and relieved that the child is okay. Right now, Fry remains in jail with $300,000 bond. Reporting live in Greensboro, Steve King, WXII 12 News.
Quick thinking and good action there. Thank you, Steve. Winston-Salem detectives are asking the Mexican consulate for help to find a man kidnapped more than 3 weeks ago. Detectives say that someone kidnapped Diego Fregoso from a home used for drug trafficking on December 16th. No one's heard from him since. Investigators tell us that Fregoso is from Mexico, and they are asking the Mexican consulate to help them find friends and family. Detectives say that the suspect beat 2 other people inside of a home located on Sprague Street and then tied them up. A teen in the home had minor injuries, and investigators say the home was targeted because of illegal drug activity.
Tonight, U.S. forces in the Middle East are on high alert for possible Iranian drone strikes. U.S. intelligence leaders say Iran is moving military equipment, including drones and ballistic missiles. The leaders say Iran could be securing weapons from a potential U.S. strike or putting them in position to launch their own strikes. The president says the U.S. is prepared to respond if Iran retaliates. Last week, the president ordered an airstrike that killed Iran's top general, who has ties to terrorist groups. The impact of the tension in the Middle East is being felt right here in North Carolina. Thousands of Fort Bragg troops have been deployed this week, and it's not clear when they will be able to return home. Gas prices could also go up, but that will depend on how this situation unfolds. AAA says it's still not immediately clear how the movement of crude oil will be impacted by these ongoing tense times. For much more on what's going on half a world away in Iran, you can tune in to NBC Nightly News tonight at the bottom of the hour. Lester Holt has an exclusive interview with Democratic presidential hopeful and former Vice President Joe Biden. He asks him what he thinks about President Trump ordering that airstrike. Nightly begins at 6:30 right here.
The Carolina Panthers have their next head coach, and the team is hoping for some big things from him. So, Chris, tell us who's going to lead the Cats.
Well, Talitha, his name is Matt Rule. He's known for turning programs around, but it's just been in the college ranks. Think of Temple and also Baylor, and he's asked to try to do the same thing after succeeding the best head coach in Panthers history, and now he has the head coaching position with the Carolina Panthers. Rule did spend 1 year as an assistant coach in the NFL in 2012, as he was the assistant offensive line coach for the New York Giants. The Giants actually played the Panthers at Bank of America Stadium that year and beat them 36-7. So he's already 1-0 in Charlotte as a professional coach, even though it doesn't really count towards his record. He will be the fifth full-time head coach in team history, and he'll have to follow the most successful team coach in team history in Ron Rivera. Now, New Orleans Saints, they'll have to see Rule twice a season. Coming up in sports, we're going to hear from Saints head coach Sean Payton on his new division rival. In the studio, Chris Lee, WXII 12 News.
Thank you, Chris. It is peak flu season, and local hospitals are now restricting some visitors.
We tend to see this most years, don't we? Starting tomorrow morning, children under the age of 12 will not be able to visit patients at Cone Health, Wake Forest Baptist, or Novant Hospital. Hospital staff are concerned about the flu spreading. This does not mean children can't be treated at the hospital. This only applies to visitors. They just can't visit any other patients. Again, these restrictions kick in tomorrow morning at 7. Dozens of states, including ours and up in Virginia, are all reporting high flu activity right now. Flu season typically runs through April. Doctors say the best way to protect yourself from getting the flu is to get the vaccine and wash your hands often.
Good news here. Dozens of new jobs are coming to High Point. Packaging manufacturer LL Flex will open a new plant on Gallimore Dairy Road. The plant plans to hire about 46 people over the next 3 years, and the company is based in Louisville, Kentucky. Executives say that they are expanding to meet rising demand as well as growing international sales. LL Flex makes packaging products used in cosmetics as well as healthcare and wine and spirit markets. New at 6, Winston-Salem Christian School is planning to move into its new building this fall. Wake Forest purchased property off of University Parkway that includes the school as well as Winston-Salem First Church. The school's development director says that the school will move to a building on Patterson Avenue for the next school year. Right now, they are raising money for renovations. The total fundraising goal is $1.5 million.